Hello, welcome to the channel once again, and today we'll be discussing how you can install WordPress locally on your computer. Now there are times you need to do some things locally, like let's say you want to develop a site locally before launching it onto the internet, then you need to know how to install WordPress on your computer so that you won't be you won't be stuck when you are doing some things online. Let's say you are editing or you are developing a WordPress theme online and you made a mistake, and mistakes can be terrible. So it's advisable to first do things offline, then proceed to launching it online. So today we are going to be looking at how you can install WordPress properly on your local machine, and I'll be using Windows 10. So first thing is to go to wordpress.org. Now when you get to wordpress.org, so here we are at wordpress.org. You see the button up that says get WordPress, so just click it and you'll be able to download WordPress onto your computer. Now I have already downloaded WordPress on my PC, so I don't need to download it again, so I'll just cancel it and move further. Another software you'll be using is XAMPP. We call it XAMPP. So you go to their website, apachefriends.org. So you have the website here, and once you get there, you see different version of XAMPP listed for you, and it also depends on the version of PHP you want to work with. As we all know, XAMPP and WordPress specifically is based on PHP. So the latest version is PHP 8.0, and we have it here. But there are also XAMPP for PHP versions 7 and below. So it depends on the version of PHP you want to work with, but it is recommended to always work with the latest version. But if you want to work with a version lower than what we have here, then you can click on the more downloads link here, and it will list everything for you, so you can easily get the version you are looking for. So the version I'll be using on my PC is version 7.4. I have that installed here, but everything should work fine. So once you've downloaded XAMPP, then we move on to the next phase, which is to go into your downloads folder and locate the WordPress file you downloaded from the internet, and once you have that, you need to decompress the file. Press OK, then you wait for it to finish decompressing. So when you go back to your file manager, you have a WordPress folder there. So click on it and you should see everything that's inside. So but let's leave it like that for now, and let's go to some other things. Now go to your web browser and type the following: localhost/phpMyAdmin. Now at the moment it should come up with nothing. Now there's a reason for that. I told you earlier that we are going to be downloading a software called XAMPP. Yes, once you have that XAMPP installed on your system, it will make your PC to work like a web server. it will emulate a web server on your PC so that you can serve files on the same machine. So let's go and fire up XAMPP, and I already have it installed on my system, so I just fire it. It may take a while before it comes up, so we wait for it. So while we are waiting, let's check on other things. We go back to the file, the folder we extracted earlier, WordPress. Now we need to copy this and give it a unique name. Let's say we are developing a website for charity organization called Watchers Club. Let's just use that for example. So let's rename this to Watchers Club. So and save it. Now our XAMPP is up and running. So we need to start some services on the XAMPP panel, and the two of which we'll be needing most is Apache and MySQL. So click on Start with the Apache and click on Start with the MySQL. Now go back to your web browser and refresh the page. So it should load correctly now. Now you can do all this without the internet. That's what the XAMPP software is for. So you don't need to be connected to the internet before you can access this page. Now this is the PHP My Admin interface. Here you can create database, manage database, and so on and so forth. So for our WordPress installation, we are going to be needing a database so that WordPress can install itself on that database. So let's create a new database and change it to Watchers Club. Click on create, and it should create a database for us. Let's leave that and move to the next phase. Now the next phase is to copy the folder that we extracted and renamed earlier. Copy it, and we are going to locate a specific folder on our PC. Go to localhost and locate the XAMPP folder. Once you've located it, go to a folder named htdocs. Now when you get to that folder, it should not contain so many files. It's because I use XAMPP more regularly, so you can see some files in it, but we are going to drop the folder we copied earlier into this particular htdocs folder. So drop it there. Wait for it to finish copying. And so that's it. So what you have to do now is to go to your browser again and type another address: localhost/watchers club. Let's look at the folder name very well. So type the address localhost/WordPress Club, and you should see a welcome screen from WordPress now. So that's it. WordPress is asking us to select a language, so we go with English and we click on continue. Now WordPress is also asking for a database name, a database username, a database password, and a database host. So in our case, we've created a database earlier, so we just look at the name. The name is Watchers Club, and it's here. So let's just type it here. Now as for the database host, just leave it as it is, leave it like that. And the username, the default username for XAMPP installation is root, and the password is nothing. It doesn't have a password. So now I think we are all set. Now the table prefix, now what this means is that WordPress is going to try to create some tables inside the database to make it function very well. So it's asking what should the prefix for the tables be, so that you can recognize that these tables are created by WordPress. So the default is WP. Of course you can change that and put whatever you want, but we are going to leave it as that. So click on submit. Now we have an error here, it's saying cannot connect to database. So let's check the name very well. Let's check the name we supplied and try again. So let's try again and input the name this time correctly. Now you click on submit and everything is okay. So now we are going to run the WordPress installation. So let's run it and we wait for it to finish. It's asking for some website information for us. So what do you want the title of the website to be? We put that here, Watchers Club. Now the username for your WordPress installation, you need that too. So let's just use something. It's asking for a password also, so we just put 12345. Of course that's not advisable if you are working on your own projects. It's just for educational purpose. Confirm this. Now which email do you want to use? Put your email here. I'm going to put mine there. So then we proceed to install WordPress. Install. The installation might take a while, so you just need to wait. Now the installation is done and it's asking for us to log in. So click on the login link and input your username there and the password. Click on login. Now WordPress has been successfully installed locally on your PC, and as you can see on screen, we are on the dashboard. So this is where you manage all your WordPress website settings and the you like. So as you can see on the left sidebar here, we have home, updates, posts, media, pages, comments, and so on. WordPress is a content management software, so it makes sense for it to have some sort of blog-like functionality. So that's what these posts, media, pages are for. But that doesn't mean you can't design professional websites with WordPress too. You can do that. So you just have to tweak some settings and get that. So let's try assessing the page to see how it's going to look like. So still using the old address, localhost / chats club. Click on enter, and this is your home page. Now this is the default home page from WordPress. You can change this if you want to. Most people will change this. Nobody wants their website to look like this. It's pretty bleak, but just to get an idea of what we are doing, let's just leave it like this. So now you can see on top here that we have a top bar. This top bar will only appear if you are logged in on the PC. So if another person is viewing this page now, they won't see the top bar here. They won't see this. It's because you are the admin of the page. That's why you can see this top bar. So let's go back to the dashboard and continue. Let us make a sample post. Let's make a post. Now the default one is hello world, so let's add new one and just type something in there. The title of the post is let's see, my WordPress test, and let's just populate this with something. Let's search for lorem ipsum on the web. Lorem ipsum is like a dummy test developers use to fill containers. So in our case, we just use this to let's click on generate here, and we have a dummy text for us to use. So let's copy some of it and paste it here. So now let's click on the publish button, and it's asking us, are we ready to publish? Yes, we click on publish again, and this time it would publish the post to the website. So when we go back to the website to check now, it should already be there. So let's go back there once more. As you can see, we have my WordPress test there, and it's in draft mode. So let's go and publish it. Publish. Now it has been published, so it has given us an address here, and if you look at the bottom of the screen here, it's saying post publish view post. So let's just copy the address and paste it in a new tab to see what we have created. Now as you can see, the post have been published. So of course we are only using this template because we are trying to see how WordPress works. In a typical live scenario, we would be using a much more professional template to publish our work, so that So that's it. You have WordPress installed on your PC locally, and you can tweak the settings, change whatever you want to change there, and you can also explore it and look at things. If you want to change the appearance of your website, then you come to the appearance tab here, and there are some themes here for you to use. And if you feel like you don't want that, you can always add a new theme on top here. So once the theme has been installed, then you click on the activate button. So click on activate, and that will activate the theme for you so that you can use it on your website. Now the theme has been activated, so let's go and check our home page now. Refresh the home page and you see that the design will be different from what we have earlier. Now it's looking bleak right now. That's because we haven't put some settings in place to effect the changes the new theme has. So we'll leave that for another video, and right now I think you should be able to install WordPress locally on your own. So thank you, until next video.